you're someone that's on a cut or on a body recomp and is looking to get leaner, then please watch this video, because there's this one mistake that I'm currently doing right now, which I'm starting to fix it right now, which is training each muscle group once a week. And to simply change this, I'm going to train each muscle group, well, not every single muscle group, but for some muscle groups, I'm going to train it twice a week. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I have some weak parts within my muscle and I have some strong parts within my muscle. And my two strong muscle groups so far is my chest, as you can see. I mean, you can't really see my chest a lot, but you can really tell that it's quite big compared to like my shoulders, my arms. My arms like look quite skinny right now compared to my compared to my chest, sorry. And yeah, you can even tell from the ratio between how big my arms are and how big my shoulders are and how big my chest is. Yeah, and my second strong muscle group is my legs. And yeah, so since I've got a strong chest and I've got strong legs as well, I'm going to still train those once a week, but I'm ensuring that I do it with intensity, obviously. And the rest of them, my back, my shoulders, my biceps, tries, I'm going to be training them twice a week, and including my calves as well, as my calves are still a weak point as well in my physique. And so yeah, so what I'm going to change is I'm not going to change my split like fully. I'm going to just add another back day. I'm just going to add 2 more extra days into my split. So I train 4 days a week, so I'm going to up that to 2 more days. So I'm going to be training 6 days a week. And yeah, and to do this, I'm going to do one day where I do back, and another day one day I'll do back and shoulders, and another day I'll do arms and a bit of shoulders as well, because I think shoulders for me is it's probably the weakest one out of all of them for me. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing back and front delt, front delt, side delts, and then for my arm day, I'm going to be doing rear delts and the front delts as well, because I train my front delts once a week. So, and the extra 2 days I'm going to be adding, one of them it doesn't include, I'm not going to be adding the front delts twice in those 2 days, because for one of my 4-day split, I've been doing the front delt already currently, yeah. And yeah, so I'm just going to, so if you're someone that's on a cut, then I would highly recommend you to train each muscle group twice per week, especially if you're someone who is a complete beginner in the gym or has a bit of experience but still doesn't really have a lot of muscle into their frame. And so yeah, and not only that, if you train each muscle group twice a week, it will give your body a stronger signal to retain or build muscle, and it will also increase your metabolism even more. And so this will signal fat loss, assuming if you train with proper form and if you progressively overload week by week. And more muscle equals more fat loss, and especially on a deficit. And you can also, and it's possible to even build muscle on a deficit as well. You don't really need to be on a bulk to be building muscle on a deficit. Now, obviously it's not optimal, and I wouldn't recommend being on a cut forever, obviously, because it's not really sustainable. But yeah, but it's still possible to build muscle even on a cut. And it's still possible, yeah, and for someone that's trying to get lean as well, because being lean is not just about losing fat, it's also about building muscle as well, because you don't want to be lean, because when you're trying to get lean, because the whole point of getting lean is to have to have more visible muscles being shown. So the way I'm going to do this is to keep my 4-day split on how it is, and I'm just going to be adding 2 extra days so I can end up training each muscle group twice a week. Now for bulking, I would still recommend training each muscle group twice a week, but you can still build muscle even if you train each muscle group once a week. But however, I feel like for a cut and for a body revamp, it's important to train each muscle group twice a week instead of once per week, so that your body can give a better, more stronger signal to build muscle and to build muscle, to retain muscle, and even to build muscle as well if you progressively overload over time or week by week. So yeah, avoid this mistake if you're trying to lose fat, and if you're trying to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. And yeah, and then make sure also that when you make these small changes, is to stick to that change. So if you want to do a 6-day split, but let's say if you want to switch from a 6-day split to a 5-day split, then I wouldn't recommend doing that unless if you really have to, because of your routine and what's going on with your life and stuff. But yeah, make sure you stick to that program as well, because that's also another mistake that I've been doing as well. I kept on switching my splits and stuff. And so yeah, make sure you stick to it as well, and especially your structure. Make sure you stick to your structure. I am going to keep my structure the same, or I'm also thinking to push the hours back by 1 hour, but for now I'm just going to keep it the same, and I'll see how it goes. But yeah, so make sure you also stick to that split as well, and yeah, so stick to that split and ensuring that you train each muscle group twice a week. It doesn't have to be for every single muscle, but if every single muscle that you have on your frame isn't really built enough, then you should be training that twice a week. And yeah, if you found this video helpful, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and yeah, make sure you click that subscribe button and like, comment, share, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video, and go make that happen. Go make that change.